Morning, everyone. Morning. So my name is Lisa Duke, and my husband Craig is up in the booth, but he'll be joining us momentarily. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about the community garden that we run at our property over in the township. So we moved here about 10 years ago, and we were very blessed that our property came with a very large garden space in the back of it. And for about the past 4 years now, we have been farming it and harvesting and donating all of the produce to Helping Hands here in Chatham. So on Wednesdays, there's a distribution at the Methodist Church, and it's been such an incredible blessing. It's been a way to get to know people in the community, in the church. There's no experience needed. You just need a loving heart and a willingness to learn and want to chat and get to know people. So whether you're like our friend Ryan, who loves to find snakes and collect worms, or whether you want to learn more about sowing and harvesting, there is a place for you in our garden. So I know some other people wanted to talk a little bit about their experience as well. So thank you for considering helping out.
Okay. I wanted to start off with a reading from chapter 25 of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in." Jesus goes on to say, "Whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me." The community garden addresses two of these issues. It feeds the hungry, and it welcomes the stranger into our community with the gift of food. This will be my 4th year volunteering in the community garden, and I have to say it has been such a blessing in my life to work with a great team of church members to provide healthy food for our needy neighbors. We have lots of fun every time we get together in the garden, and we have created a really nice community of church members of all ages. Some of my fondest memories over the past 4 years have been making deliveries of the fresh veggies to the Chatham Methodist Food Market on Wednesday. It's really surprising to see so many families lined up, anxiously awaiting to receive our garden's vegetables and other donations that arrive. When you see this, you realize that there are many families in our surrounding communities that are very needy, and they really appreciate receiving gifts like these from their neighbors that care about them. The smiles on the faces of the little children and the waves from the parents standing in line are indications that we can make a difference. We certainly invite you to join us anytime to help out with this important church mission. Thank you.
This is a wonderful opportunity to connect with church members outside of the church. And the children and the teens that go, Lisa's really good at assigning them age-appropriate tasks. And my son Ryan and I have gone, we're primarily there on the Saturdays, and Ryan loves to collect the bugs that are eating the plants, get rid of the snakes, and he enjoys the planting and harvesting. And he was lucky enough to go with Lisa to come to the church to drop off the actual harvest. And when we came away from that in the car, he was like, "I feel so good. We're doing so much good." And it's a small little plot of land that's making a big difference to people in our community. It's not, 12 miles away. It's in the surrounding community. So it's a really wonderful opportunity. And the people that are there are so welcoming. And it's just been a positive experience for our family.
So I'll just echo what everybody's said here. It's, it was a project we started 4 years ago. I feel like we've been successful in raising lots of fresh food and vegetables for our neighbors in need. And along the way, we've also had the benefit of getting to know one another, working together, having a lot of fun, and knowing that it's all for a common goal. So, I just love being a part of it, and also I guess I would say that, when we first moved here, I think it's about 12 years ago, and we moved into that house, we barely realized there was a garden there. We bought the house in the dead of winter, and it was all snowed over, and we're like, oh, what's behind that fence? Oh, it's a huge garden. And for years, we kind of struggled with neighbors and just ourselves trying to figure out how to make that garden flourish, because we felt we sort of owed it to the former owners, the Hogues, who were both mayors here in Chatham, longtime residents, and very interested in seeing their legacy sort of continue. And then when we hit on the idea of making this a community project, a mission project with the church, it literally flourished at that point with the benefit and the help of everybody that's contributed. So we'd like to invite you to come be a part of this project, to continue on to see how much more we can do to help our friends and neighbors and help ourselves as well as part of this mission project. So thank you, and we hope to see you in the garden soon.
So,
Go ahead.
so I had blurbs from Carolyn and Warren and
Oh,
Claudia, but I think we've said too much already. So what I'm going to leave you with is this Saturday coming up from 9 to 11, we're preparing the beds. We have raised beds in the garden, and we could use some extra helping hands. So hopefully, whether you're there for the gardening tips, the camaraderie, or whatever it is, we'd love to see you on Saturday moving forward. So hopefully we will see you with a shovel in hand, and if not, just show up for a cup of coffee and some conversation, and we hope to see you in the garden. So thank you all so much for your time. We appreciate it.